Every life has a story, and today we celebrate the beautiful story of a woman whose life has been marked by faith, resilience, love and service. On July 3rd, 1966, in the quiet town of Hinubaan, a little girl named Annabelle Tupas was born. The seventh among 10 siblings, she was welcomed into a family led by two remarkable individuals. Her mother, Ana Corita, a dedicated teacher, and her father, Ricardo Tupas, a respected public servant. Annabelle grew up smart, competitive, talented, fearless, and always on the go. Even as a young girl, she embraced life with energy, curiosity, and determination. Life, however, had its share of storms. At a young age, Annabelle experienced the heartbreaking loss of her father, a loss that could have broken many, but not her. Even then, she learned one of life's greatest lessons. That strength is not about never falling. It's about finding the courage to rise again. And rise she did, again and again. As the years passed, fate introduced her to someone who would change her life forever. A man named Joaquin, though many lovingly knew him as Teddy. Together, they built a life rooted in love, faith, laughter, and dreams. They became partners, not only in marriage, but in every challenge and triumph life would bring. And from that love came their greatest blessings: 5 children. Public service was never just a profession for Annabelle. It was part of who she was. It flowed through her veins. Inspired by the legacy of her late father and supported by her family and friends, she followed his footsteps and served her community as a counselor. For her, leadership was never about titles. It was about service, about helping, about showing up when people needed her most. But life would once again test her strength. One of the greatest heartbreaks she would ever face came when she lost Teddy, the love of her life. The road ahead suddenly became heavier, yet even in grief, Annabelle chose courage for her children, for her family, for the people who depended on her. She carried her pain with grace and transformed it into strength. She remained steadfast, carrying the family forward with faith, sacrifice, and unconditional love. And because of her sacrifices, the family she nurtured continued to grow. Today, Annabelle is not only a mother, she is a proud grandmother to 5 beautiful grandchildren, a role she embraces with endless love, laughter, and joy. And knowing her, she is probably hoping for a few more grandchildren in the future. But if you think becoming a grandmother has slowed her down, think again, because Annabelle has never been the type to stay in one place for too long. She has always been a woman on the move, always curious, always exploring, always ready for the next adventure. Whether it's visiting a new place, joining a community activity, attending an event, or simply finding a reason to be out and about, she embraces life with excitement and enthusiasm. Some people grow older with the years. Annabelle simply grows younger at heart. Of course, you know she is never one to sit still. Whether it's dancing with her Zumba friends or joining community activities, she is always on the move. Although, according to some reliable sources, She occasionally spends more time selling than dancing. Bread. She's selling fruits. She's selling honey. She's selling. Because for her, every opportunity is a chance to serve, help, and connect with people. And perhaps that's one of her greatest gifts. Finding joy in even the simplest things. Above all, she is a woman of God. Her faith has been her anchor through every season of life. On her 60th birthday, we celebrate more than the years she has lived. We celebrate a daughter who honored her parents, a wife who loved deeply, a mother who sacrificed endlessly, a grandmother who brings joy wherever she goes, a leader who served her community, a friend who is always willing to help, and a woman whose faith, strength, and generosity have touched countless lives. Today, we thank God for 60 wonderful years of love, service, laughter, resilience, and grace. And while we celebrate the beautiful chapters already written, we know her story is far from over. There are still places to explore, people to inspire, memories to create, and blessings to share. Happy 60th birthday, Annabelle. May your days continue to be filled with good health, adventure, purpose, joy, and God's abundant blessings. Your life is proof that after every storm comes a rainbow. And what a beautiful rainbow you have become.